Self, okay? So if we look here at the setup, the left-hand one was your before. Handle, you can see way forward down. I mean, your chest just looks kind of over here somewhere.
Yes.
It looks all a bit kind of like zigzag. Where this looks, for me, more neutral. But I would still say you've probably got more weight favouring your left side, more than we want. Now, at the moment, I think there you're comfortable, even though you still feel over here somewhere with your body kind of thing. So we could gradually move it back in time. If you went back to where I would want you to be, you'd probably miss the ball because you'd be so far away from where you feel comfortable, it would be crazy, okay? But the thing for me, this is going to be the big difference, okay, in terms of these two shots now. Just look, as you said, I bring this right foot back to open up and help me turn. Just look at the turn now of these two golf swings. And look at that one there. You've turned your back. I mean, that's gone much further. Look at that club there. That's a massive change in rotation, isn't it? Your arms have gone behind your head nearly because you're turning so far, which is great, which is why you're increasing it by 35 yards in terms of distance, okay? Then as you come back to the golf ball now, your club, you can see your arms kind of working back underneath them, sort of from behind you, swinging out towards the target, where this one on the left-hand side, it's a bit steeper there with the arms. The arms are kind of over here chopping down.
Yeah.
And then look at the follow-through on the right and the lack of follow-through on the left. Yeah? Bring that right foot back, it'll help you open up, but you can't turn to the ball. The more your right foot comes back in, now try and get your hip round, you're like, it's stuck in it. So you limit how much you can actually turn by moving that foot back in the way that you did it. Okay, we are turning with these, so you need to get these better. So if that's more on your, what feels more on your right side, the pebble skimming position, you can turn far more, okay? And having your feet a smidging closed, I don't mind being a bit closed, a bit open, it's fine. You're able to rotate off that right hip now with a much fuller golf swing compared to that one there where your lower half is barely, I mean, the top half's going to go through the same because momentum's going to carry you around there. But from a physical standpoint, this is for me where it's almost more important. Yes, it's nice to hit the ball 35 yards further, but from a physical standpoint, if this hip is only rotating there and the shoulder rotating there, what's your spine going to look like? And how's that going to feel lower half and top half? It's not working together.
Talking about, you get your belt buckle facing.
Exactly,
so, I mean,
yeah.
right
That to me, it's great position. Everything's down to that lead shoulder. The fact you've got your right shoulder round near the target, your hips have rotated fully, that foot's up on its toe. That's a great swing. And that's why they went 237, it was in the end, okay, compared to the 195s, 190s we're getting with the previous one, because that's just more of a hands and arm bunt with not really much twist. But the biggest thing for me is, much it's nice to see that one on the right hand side, how far it's going, that's a physically healthier swing. So from a longevity perspective, you can hit drives and not be like, oh, my back's a bit sore, or put your body under undue stress. And if you try and rotate your top half that much and leave this back here, somewhere from feet to head, it's going to hurt. Now, for me, that feels a bit tight on the back of my kind of calves and sort of my hamstrings there, just for me. Other people might have less of a stress there and more pain on the back. So again, I like to make golf swings 3 things, okay? Efficient, repeatable, and healthy. Yeah, we can repeat that swing, 2 or 3 times in a row. That's fine. Okay, is it efficient? Definitely. You gained 30, 35 yards because you're able to move more efficiently and more effectively, so you can hit the ball further. That skimming pebble position that's set up. And is it healthy? God, yeah. You look at them. I mean, you just look at that. Even as a non-golfer, you could look at that and go, well, that looks good, doesn't it, on the right? That looks a bit, well, he's kind of come through a little bit and his arms are a bit tucked up here and, lower half's a bit static, yeah. So if we can get into that position, right foot back, yes, if the right foot goes back and the shoulder goes back, then, yeah, it will get you to hit the ball this way. But if you're someone, as you self-confess that I'm trying to get my weight more on that left side and I'm here, bringing your right foot back, you can move your right foot any way you like, really. It's still going to restrict how much your body back here. Ain't going to go any further because you're turning with the top half. So that 8 handicap guy said, I'll bring your right foot back. What he did without really telling you or even unbeware to himself, when he brings his right foot back, so he brings his right hip back and his right shoulder. But he's probably got himself set behind the ball to start with. So if he's square, he's here, bringing that right foot back, everything comes back with it. So if you're on the left, if you're leaning on the left side here now, okay, and your hands are way over here, now bring your right foot back, doesn't really make yourself turn easy, does it? I mean, it's not going to improve your turn, it's just going to really restrict how much you can turn through, yeah? Just feeling more that way. Once you have your head, there you go, that pebble skimming position. This has got to get underneath, there you go. So this shoulder feels high, also you're looking up to the sky that way, and that's going to change your path, change the angles in which that club comes from, this and this now can get out of the way. Okay, that kind of makes sense, Ezra?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Right.